Hello, welcome to my channel. So today is April 7th, my 10th day of quarantine. I started on March 27th, and so I thought I'd check in and give you a little update on how I'm doing, and also introduce to you the app that I've been using every day, twice a day, to send not only my location, but to check in and send updates on my symptoms or lack thereof to the Korean government. So for the past 10 days, I've been speaking to the city official that's in charge of me pretty much every day. I think out of 10 days we spoke maybe like 8 times, but also she calls my husband if she can't get a hold of me. So initially, when I was first told to use the app, they told me that I only needed to update my symptoms once a day, and they didn't give me a specified time, so I just figured, okay, like once a day, that's easy. But like 2 days in, I got a call from the official, that's it, the city official, and she told me that I need to start updating twice a day, so 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. And so I asked her, like, is there any leniency, or do I have to absolutely update at those times? And she told me that she can give me like 20 minutes after the time, but for the most part, she's like, you need to do it like right at 10 and 4. There have been times where like I did set my alarm at 10 and 4, but like sometimes like I'll turn it off and like forget to turn it back on. And so those are the times that she would call me and like remind me to take my temperature. Yeah, and then there was one day when I was on my phone, this is like 2 days ago, and I fell asleep, but my phone ran out of battery and it died. And she called, she called my husband at 7:55 a.m. I think she had just woken up to go to work and realized that my phone was off, and she was panicked because she thought I had gone like AWOL or something. I hadn't, I was just sleeping. Yeah, and so that could have been bad, but luckily I turned on my phone, I spoke to her, and I told her it wouldn't happen again, so she didn't have to come in and check on me. But she told me that if she couldn't get a hold of me, that she was thinking about stopping by. So yeah, so far no one stopped by to like check on me or anything, but I heard that that's like a thing now because a lot of the people that are in quarantine like me, like forced quarantine, compulsory quarantine, I don't know what to call it, but I know that they weren't abiding by the rules, and they like left their cell phones at home and would go on like walks or go to the convenience store, and you're not supposed to do that. Like, that's not the definition of quarantining. So yeah, I haven't left at all. I've been getting my vitamins D through the window, and yeah, so okay, I think that's all I wanted to say. Okay, just a couple more things. So I wanted to talk about any changes in the past 10 days, and I would say that probably the biggest ones are that now there are greater repercussions for breaking quarantine rules. Like before, I think it was around like $1,000 US or something if you broke the rules, but now it's 10 million won, which is approximately like 8,000 US dollars, and on top of that you could be facing like a year in jail. So that, and when I entered Korea on March 27th, not everyone was forced to quarantine. It was just people, I think, that were showing signs of like a fever or symptoms, or just people that were here long term, so like residents, like natives, or like residents, people on like visas like me. But now any person coming into Seoul that's coming from a foreign country, I think, is forced to quarantine for that 14 days. And I think that the reason that that's been implemented is because no one should be traveling right now, in my opinion, but it's to minimize or prevent unnecessary travel. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna show you the app now. Okay, before I show you the app, I just wanted to show you how often I've been talking to her. I changed it to City Official because I didn't want to expose her name. But yeah, I spoke to her today, I spoke to her yesterday, on the 5th, on the 4th, on the 3rd, on the 2nd, and then March 31st, and a couple times on the 30th. And yeah, so here are the quarantine apps. There's self-quarantine and self-diagnosis. So they're pretty much the same. This one's easy. I only do it once a day, but if I have no symptoms, I'll just check this and push submit. It's a daily self-check. And then for the other one here, oh, why is my phone not working? Okay. And then for the other one here, if I don't self-diagnose, then this circle turns red. If I don't self-diagnose, then the circle turns red. And I also get reminders, like pop-ups, that tell me that I need to run my self-diagnosis. So for here, the temperature, it wasn't mandatory in the beginning. I just had to push no, but now I have to take my temperature every day. So as you can see, as I said in my other video, anything over 37.5. And then same here, I just click no, 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 and then just push end. One time, oh, you can also go to the diagnosis list, and then it has a record of how many times I like submitted and at exactly what times. See, I've been trying to submit at 10 and 4, 10 and 4, 10 and 4. One time, I didn't have a fever, but I clicked yes, and so that flagged me, and my city official called me. I told her it was okay, so then she made me submit another one and in the comment box write that it was an error. So I guess they just keep track of all of that. And another nifty thing on here, or no, not on here, but on the other app, is that you can talk to the Korean Center of Disease Control through here. It's like connected. So Kakao Talk is like a messenger system that a lot of Koreans use. I want to say like 95% of Koreans have this. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. So thank you for watching, and I hope you stay safe.